are getting ready to celebrate our seniors, and in just a moment, Wendy Votino, our youth director, will come up and share. But before that, we do have a video that we want to show you. I would encourage you to grab a tissue or an empty offering envelope. You might need it.
Is anyone crying right now? I've seen that video so many times, and every time I get choked up. It's hard to watch, but it's good. God's good. So we are here today to honor our seniors who are graduating from high school. This is such a special time, one of those key moments in our children's lives, and we want to honor them and all their amazing accomplishments. As I was thinking about what to write for this service, I came up with the verse Deuteronomy 31:6, and it says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you or forsake you." Now, you've probably heard this verse before, and it's one of the many that are used at graduation services. But the reason that I chose it was because if you go back and read the first few verses before it, it is when Moses is talking to the children of Israel. He's 120 years old at this time, and I know I'm old, but I'm not that old yet, so I'm thankful for that. But he's basically handing over the metaphorical baton to Joshua, because at this point, he is not going to go in with the children of Israel into the promised land onto their next part of their adventure. And he is basically saying, don't be afraid, have courage, and go forth. And that's kind of how I feel about these students. I've been here for 9 years. Can't believe that. Sometimes I still feel like the new kid on the block. And most of these students were in the 4th grade when I came. And I used to be the children's and youth director at that time. So I feel a very close connection to a lot of these students. And I feel the same way as some of you parents, that they're going to be moving on and leaving, and they're going to where I can't go with them. And my time of leading them is coming to an end. But anyways, over the last few weeks, I've been putting together a slideshow for you guys to watch. And as I was preparing for the slideshow, there's so many pictures, and I have to even go back not only from my phone, which has millions of pictures on. I won't get rid of any of them because I'm afraid I need them for graduation ceremonies. But I have to go back on our Facebook sites and things like that to try to find all the pictures. And we have done so many things, a lot of these students that have been with me for a long time. When they came into youth as a 6th grader, we've done so many things, not only just our weekly youth group meetings and things like that, but we've had outings here where we've gone to Little 500, Congo River, bowling, Christmas parties, pool parties, fall retreats out at Warren Willis, Rock the Universe, Mountaintop, And, a lot of them also helped me in children's when they got older, and they helped in the children's classes, and they helped with VBS, helped with trunk or treat, and all of those things. And even through the pandemic over the last couple of years, we made it through by meeting together with some of them through Zoom and some of the, outdoor activities where we could be socially distanced. But this is a bittersweet time because, I've been through a lot with these kids, and my husband was watching me put the slideshow together, and he's like, wow, he's like, these are like your kids. And I was like, I know, and I know it's hard for you guys as parents to go through this, but I have to go through it every year. I lose a little bit every time. But it's bittersweet for me. I'm so excited for these kids, and I know they're looking forward to moving on to the next chapter of their life, and I look forward to hearing about, what things you're doing. If you're, going off to college, or you're going to work, or you're going to in the military, or whatever your future plans are. I always look forward to hearing, where God has you next and how things are going. But I also am sad to see you go because I know that we won't be doing all the things together like we have in the past. And I may only see you occasionally if you come home for a holiday or happen to come to church on a weekend. And I know the parents that you guys feel the same way. I know that you're super excited and you're proud and so happy, to honor your students and celebrate them. But I also know that you're ready for them to maybe move on and to get out and maybe appreciate what you do for them after they're away for a little while. But I know you'll be sad and that you'll miss them as well. But you also might be a little anxious about wondering how it's going to be for them out on their own. Are they going to meet and make some good friends, have people that will encourage them? Will they make good decisions? Will they balance their academics and their studies with the fun and activities that they are going to participate in? And I've been there because I have two boys who have gone through college and are now out, and the answer is absolutely no. They're not always going to make the right decisions, unfortunately. And they're not always going to balance their academics with their studies, but they'll figure out, like when they're making that C or D, that, maybe I need to study a little bit more. And they will actually hopefully remember all the things that you tried to teach them and instill in them. And this is the time for them to spread their wings and to grow and to learn. And yes, it can be very scary to let them go. But I have a prayer that I pray for my own kids, and I count on this promise from God because my kids are not always on that path going this way. They're this way, that way, all around. And I'm like, Lord, what else could I have done to teach them? But the verse is Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and even when he is old, he will not depart from it. And so I pray that for my kids, for your kids, and maybe that you will pray that for your children as well. They may not always do or behave or go and make the decisions exactly how we would want them to or how we feel like we raised them, but those seeds that you planted all of these years are in there. And I can tell you now that I'm on the other side, that it's so nice when they come back and they're like, oh, you were so right about this. Or I hear one of my kids say something, I'm like, oh, that sounded like Wendy Votino just said that. So it does happen, so just hang on. There's also a song that I have used way in the past for a slideshow, but I can't use it now because of streaming and copyright and all that kind of stuff. So, but it is a song from the Sidewalk Prophets, and you may be familiar with it. It's called These Are the Words I Would Say. And I would just like to read a few of the lyrics to you because this is pretty much what I want to say. Be strong in the Lord and never give up hope. You're going to do great things. I already know. God's got his hand on you, so don't live life in fear. Forgive and forget, but don't forget why you're here. Take your time and pray. Thank God for each day. His love will find a way. These are the words I would say. So as you go forth, I congratulate you and pray for you that God will guide you on the journey and the path that he has for you. We're going to watch a slideshow that I put together, and then I'll come back up and introduce each of the graduates. It's amazing when you see all those pictures. The first one, that Tatum and Reagan look like babies. They're so little. You forget they've grown. These kids have grown so much, and you guys have been at such a part of their lives. And it's just amazing. That's all I can say. Okay, so at this point right now, I just wanted to introduce each of the students to you and tell you just a little bit about like where they're graduating, where they're going. And I also have a gift for them. So when I call them out, if they'll come up. The first one is Ansley Bates. She is graduating summa cum laude from Seminole High School, and she's going to be attending UNF in the fall to study mechanical engineering. The Bates came to our church from Grace I think it was like in the fall of 2019 or somewhere, and they, and they, it came before the pandemic, and then of course the pandemic happened, and so I haven't had the chance to really get to know Ansley, but one of the things I definitely remembered about her is she came to one of our lock-ins with Tatum because they're good friends, so that's the first time I got to meet her. But anyways, congratulations, Ansley. And I am so sorry that I made you walk up before time. There you go. Congratulations. Next is Gwen Brandon. He is graduating from Center Academy. He's going to be working for a while he determines what his future plans are going to be. Now, Gwen grew up in this church, and his family moved down, you might have remembered, a couple years ago to Lake Nona, when his mom became the head of UCF at Lake Nona Medical Center. But he grew up in this church, and they've been coming occasionally because they haven't gotten the home church yet, and so we wanted to make sure to include him, and he participated in youth group all coming up and in children's and everything. So come on up and win. Congratulations. There you go. Okay, next is Connor Briggs. He is graduating summa cum laude from Seminole High School. He will be attending UCF in the fall and plans to study electrical engineering, another engineering student. Connor started out in this church, and he came into youth and went to a few of our retreats and things, and then they moved to North Carolina. And then their family came back at the end of the summer of 2020. So since he's been back, he's been involved. He's come to Mountaintop last year and helped with VBS, and is going to Mountaintop again this summer. And so it's been great having him back. So come on up, Connor. Congratulations. Okay, next is Reagan Lewis, and I think you guys know who the Lewis family is. Reagan is graduating from homeschool, and she was also dual enrolled at Seminole State. She's going to finish up at Seminole State with her associate's degree and then direct connect to UCF. Reagan has also grown up in this church and was very active in youth group, going to fall retreats and Mountaintop and all of the events and things. Since the pandemic, I haven't gotten to be with her as much because she has a very rigorous schedule between school, and she rock climbs, and she also works at a rock climbing gym, and she helps coach. And so with all of those, I don't get to see her as often, but I'm pleased to announce that she's here and graduating. And so here you go, Reagan. Okay, next is Tatum McBride. She is graduating summa cum laude from Seminole High School. She has received a scholarship and will attend Oglethorpe University in Atlanta this fall, and she will pursue a degree in theater. Tatum has been in theater since she was young and all through middle school and high school, and so we might just see her in another movie, and hopefully she'll remember us when she becomes big and famous. Tatum has grown up in this church as well. She's been one of my most active students in youth group. She's not only participated in all the events and Mountaintop and the retreats and things like that, but she's also helped me a lot behind the scenes. And I've watched her grow, and and she's teaching now in the children's ministry, and she's leading crews at VBS, and I'm just really proud of her, so come on up, Tatum. Sorry, I didn't mean to get in there. Sorry about that. See, I told you it affects me too, parents. Okay, next is Mason McDaniel. He is graduating summa cum laude from Seminole High School. He has received a presidential scholarship and will attend Presbyterian College in South Carolina this fall. And he's going to be joining his older brother, Charlie, that some of you may know, and he's going to be playing baseball at Presbyterian. So come on up. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck. Okay, and we had a late addition. This is KJ McTire. He is graduating from University High School, and he is going to Embry-Riddle for computer science engineering, another engineering, and he's also going to be playing baseball for Embry-Riddle. Okay, next is Chloe Price. She is Hey, Chloe. She's graduating cum laude from Seminole High School, and she will be attending FAU this fall. Chloe's family began attending when we moved here into this new building, and I got to know Chloe better through confirmation class in 2019. And one of the things that I appreciated about her during that class was we also had some 6th grade girls. So she was a 9th grader, and then there were 6th graders. And, you know, a lot of kids would have been like, oh, I can't believe, like, I'm in high school, and I got to be with these middle schoolers. But she did so good. She treated them like a big sis and mentor, and I really appreciated that about her. So come on up, Chloe. Okay, next is Mason Stegman. He is graduating from Seminole High School, and he is going to be joining the Coast Guard this August. So way to go, Mason. Mason is also another student who was here during middle school, but then they moved away and then came back like a year or so ago, and he's, you know, here at Seminole High School, but I know he's a big fisherman too, so a lot of times I didn't get to see him because he was out fishing, like Rob or Pastor Cameron or his bud. So come on up, Mason. And then, let's see, we have Alessandra Vistalinguam. Allie couldn't be here today, but she is graduating from homeschool and with a dual enrollment at Seminole State, and she will continue pursuing her AA at Seminole State and then direct connect to UCF to study nursing, and we'll give her her gift. She can go home with her sister. And then her sister is here, and her sister is Katrina Vistalinguam, and she's graduating from homeschool with dual enrollment at Seminole State. She's going to finish pursuing her associate's degree and then transfer to the University of Florida and major in psychology. I heard a yes, go Gators. Now, Allie and Katrina have been very involved in our youth group as well. They've been to Mountaintop. They're my Warren Willis girls. Anytime we do something at Warren Willis, they were always there, led to go to Warren Willis. But one of the things I wanted to mention is that how I really first got to know them well, because they were in children's when I came as well. But they were real big into basketball, and Katrina played basketball all through high school and everything. But is their mom called me one day, and I think they were maybe like 7th graders, and said, you know, my girls really want to come to youth, but with their basketball schedule and stuff, they're just not able to make it. Would you be willing to do a Bible study with them? And so I met with them, Katrina, Allie, and their older sister, Bella, and I met with them at Panera over in Heathrow for like 7 weeks. We would meet weekly and do a Bible study, just the 4 of us together, and that's how I really, you know, got connected with them. So that was very exciting. So come on up, Katrina. I think yours is right there. And then will you take this one to Allie? Thanks. Sorry. Love you, girl. Okay. And then we have Zach Waffle. He is graduating from Seminole High School, and he is going to be attending USF in Tampa, which is University of South Florida. One thing that I can say about Zach, he also grew up in this church, so he's been with me since children's. He's done all the retreats and some of the events. He works now and has been playing lacrosse. But one of the things I can say about Zach is I think more than any student that I have is that he loves mountaintop. I mean, mountaintop is his jam. And the funny thing is that in 2020, before the pandemic started, we had scheduled our trip, and his mom didn't schedule him because they were supposed to be going on a trip to Europe. And he was like, I don't want to go to Europe. I want to go to mountaintop. And I'm like, I'll go to Europe. You go to mountaintop. And then the trip got canceled because of the pandemic, so he didn't have to miss out. And this summer, it was like, Mom's a travel agent, so they travel a lot, which I'm very envious of. But they have like a Greek cruise or something coming up, and he's like, it better not be during mountaintop because I'm going to mountaintop. So I could just say, love Zach. I love Zach. Okay, come on.
Thank you, Miss Wendy.
You're welcome. Okay, thanks. And then the last thing is we just wanted to recognize, this is a college student. This is Jasmine McDonald, and she is the older sister of KJ. She just graduated from Clemson University in chemical engineering. Another engineer, all these smarty pants in here. And she will be attending UF, University of Florida, in the fall for her PhD in chemical engineering. So, congratulations. Sorry, I didn't tell her to come all the way up front. You're welcome. Congratulations. Okay, I'm trying not to go over my time, but I have one more thing to do. So, this semester, I came up with this program called Secret Seniors. Some of you may have been familiar with like a Secret Santa or a Secret Sister, or, something like that. And I came up with this program to help encourage the seniors in their last semester of high school. And so I asked for any members of the congregation if they would like to participate. And I paired them up. The seniors here don't know who's been giving them little gifts and encouragement cards and prayers and things like that through this whole time. So today is the big reveal. So now you get to see who your person is. And I have a couple of things up here too. Some people dropped some stuff off, so I'll make sure to give them to you. Okay, so Connor Briggs. Your secret person has been Kara and Dan Wunderlich. So you guys can stand up so people can see who you are, just so you can see. Sorry. Okay. And Reagan Lewis, your secret person has been Karen Mazzola. Tatum McBride, your secret person has been Michelle Allegan. And Mason McDaniel, your secret person has been April Corey, and I know she's in here somewhere. Oh, back up there. Stand up so she can see you. She has a little gift for you, so she's going to bring it up to you. Chloe Price, your secret person has been Wendy Votino. And I have your final gift for you. You're welcome. I'll grab it because it's heavy. Thanks. You're welcome. Shoved all the favorite things in one bag. Okay, Mason Stegman. Laura Barnett has been your secret person. She has a card for you. And I also have 2 little bags that she left, but you weren't here last week, so I have these for you as well. There you go. Allie Vistalinguam. Allie's not here, but she's going to maybe try to be here next week. I don't know. She knows who you are, but she doesn't know who you are. So Allie's has been Marcia Moser. So She's been wonderful. Allie's like gotten a present like every week. So, but Allie knows Scott and Marcia, but she just doesn't know that they're her secret people. Katrina Vistalinguam, your secret person is Christina Briggs. She's like, oh. And Zach Waffle, your secret person has been Lynn Van Tile. And I also have an envelope that's here for you. There you go. Great. Okay, so that wraps it up. And I just want to say congratulations, and we can clap for all of them. And we are just so proud of you and celebrate and honor you today.